President Uhuru and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, they came up with an agenda of uniting this country, of building bridges. And these people started to fight it. They came up with the idea of fighting corruption. These people started to fight that initiative. So I found my being with them was not tenable. That is not to say we were not still supporting the government's programs from behind the scenes. There's been consultations all through. When I tendered my resignation, you tendered to the appointing authority. And it is up to the appointing authority to accept or reject. And the way you know that is when they appoint a substantive person to take over your position. Now, this never happened. So, when the Secretary General was asked by the registrar to prepare the list of the bona fide, he went to check who is properly in the registrar's register. And he found Murathe's name. And that means there were vacancies. And some of those vacancies are the ones that we were populating. So all this hulabaloo, these guys are the ones who are escalating. Actually, an issue which is, according to me, is a non-issue. Our focus, like Secretary General has said, should be dealing with matters, corona, for example. We have never seen the Deputy President address coronavirus. He has been in a hole. He was smoked out last week. And that is the only time when he came out saying how he talks with the party leader regularly. All right? But the minute we talked about Jubilee Party, he went haywire. And by the way, Kennedy, let me tell you, the National Managing Committee, the Deputy Party Leader is not a member. It is the organ that runs the day-to-day management of the party affairs and then reports to the NEC. The NEC shall be convened by the party leader. The Deputy Party Leader is a member of the NEC. And that's the NEC I said I don't want to share a table with the Deputy President. Let him focus on fighting the corona. Let us see him together with Mutahi Kagwe, with the committees of Kina Matiang'i, with Kina Eugene Wamalwa, when they are feeding the people in the informal settlements. The only time he seems to come out is when the name Jubilee and 2022 are put in one sentence. His obsession with 2022 is what we are having a problem with. We are Jubilee. Jubilee has interim officials. Everybody who is there is an interim, including him. In order to be validated as elected leaders, the Secretariat has a job to do. If we do credible party recruitment, party registers, and party elections, we will see who works and who doesn't work. But even if we're still in control of Jubilee, we would like our Jubilee to reach out to other parties like Musalia's party, Kalonzo's party, ODM. The new formation should have the face of Kenya so that people focus less on the infighting and the scramble for power, but on delivering on the agenda for the public, for the citizens of this country. When Uhuru was in Kanu with Atwoli, they told Uhuru, you cannot leave Kanu, it is your father's party. Yeah. They were fighting over the control of Kanu. Uhuru walked. He formed the TNA, the National Alliance. It became the biggest party in parliament in 2013. That is true. And Kanu came with 6 seats. Yeah. So it's not like we cannot move on. And if it is the party, we can leave it to them. Yeah. You have mentioned Baba here. People can expect new formations in the future. We can move on to a bigger house, which will be bigger than Jubilee. Nothing stops us from broadening. In fact, if you ask me, post-coronavirus, this country probably needs a government of national unity to bring everybody together so that people focus on rebuilding this country, getting this country back to work. This country cannot work when you have this kind of antagonism, when you have some people whose only focus is 2022. The deputy president only woke up when he felt his position in Jubilee is threatened. He should come out and tell Kenyans what is it about populating members of the National Management Committee that is so important to him, unless he wanted again to come and manipulate the party elections the way he did with the party nominations. I think that the Honorable former Prime Minister is a special envoy for the AU for infrastructure. Infrastructure is a key part of connecting Africa, connecting East Africa, and the infrastructure necessary for the stimulus for this country. So whatever you say, whatever you do, he has a role to play in the economic recovery post-corona. All right? I'm telling you, this is a pure coincidence.
Raila is a terrible organizer. When it comes to organizing, to beat him, it's not easy. Two, he, as I've said, he has suicidal supporters. He's a person who have people there who know him, the way me and the rest in Kanu, we were suicidal supporters of the late President Moi. He has such fanatic supporters, and it's easier for him to bring the country together. Two, as I've said, given his age and the departure he's created, he's not a man who wants wealth. He doesn't want to enrich himself. He's a person who would like to see these countries together. If it will take 5 years and prepare a leader for this country, good. And whatever will happen, that I know he will be able to manage. Or politically, he can bring this country together. He's a man who has earned respect both locally and internationally. He's a man you can sell. He's known in the circles of the African Union, the United Nations, European Union. You can call it NAFTA, everywhere in the world. The United States of America is a man whose name is known everywhere. It's easier for him to bring this country together, to bring back both direct and indirect investors, and to grow our economy and create more employment for Kenya.